Greetings, 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 peace, love, harmony, and light. This is your brother Chief Kalanago with another video. This is gonna be a quick build. No more than an hour, if so much. I just want to share some information with you guys that I came across. I have done videos and talked about it, but hear it from a different perspective. All right. Let me just take the time out to give thanks to the Great Spirit, giving thanks to all my ancestors. Thank you for just allowing me to be used as a vessel to bring information to the people. What I'm about to share with you, it's an inbox someone sent me on Facebook, and I'm just sharing it with you because I did a video on weed, marijuana, and pretty much the legalization of weed. You feel me? And I just think, like I told y'all before, it's a whole lot deeper than what you think it is. Okay? There is always a grand scheme behind what these people are doing. So, with that being said, aloha, mabriqua, sakpase, osio, halito, and all the rest of it. All right? So, I can't stop without saying, why go on to all the people out there, you feel me? But I'm gonna share this because, like I said, I'm gonna get right into it, okay? Because I really want you to be aware of the detriment of legalizing this so-called weed, this genetically, created weed that these dispensaries are selling. There's always a madness behind what these people do. Oh, remember, they're not gonna give you anything, especially when they only giving you privileges. They're not gonna give you anything without wanting something back. Okay, I'm gonna repeat myself. When you are in the system and you are literally at their mercy to get privileges, they will extend their right hand to give you something, but they will extend the left to take something from you. And I promise you, what they are giving you, okay, it's literally more of a detriment than what they are taking from you. Let me rephrase that, okay? Whatever they're giving you, okay, it's worse than what they're taking from you. So please be mindful, okay? Don't think I'm trying to tell people don't smoke, and that's your life. If you want to smoke, that's fine. All right? But I tell people, unless you're growing your own and you have that control, then there's always an agenda. So with that being said, let me share the video because I have to actually go out with my family. So I just felt like I should just share that information with you. So let me share the screen. Okay. I do not have any copyright to the video or the audio. So however, I'm gonna just share it for informational purposes, educational purposes, and I'm using the fair use. All right. So let me just share that with you guys. All right. Here we are. Share my screen. Here we go. Okay. First off, let me just do this right here.
Fair use. Fair use. Fair use.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, you guys.
Okay, even before I proceed, I think there may be some type of what people may call profanity or vulgar language, I think. So if you have your children around you, just to let you know, I think the system may be using profanity. I'm not sure because I didn't look at the video in its entirety, but I looked at some of it, and what she was saying, it kind of fits in the narrative of what I spoke about when I did the video about marijuana and weed. All right. So just so you know, if you have your children around you, there may be some type of profanity. Just giving you fair warning. All right. Okay.
Fair use. Fair use.
Listen, my phone went dead, so I'm on the iPad. I'm just telling y'all. It has got ugly in the city of Chicago. The state of Illinois done pulled the whole charade on you guys. And everybody that smokes weed, y'all are gonna lose y'all livelihood going into these dispensaries. April, my phone cut it off. So listen, April, notify anybody that you know that if they're smoking weed, do not purchase anything from the dispensaries. Because what is gonna happen, them dispensaries are owned or licensed through the state of Illinois. The state of Illinois controls your state ID. They control your driver's license. They control your FOID card. You get it? The state of Illinois controls the Illinois state police. You get it? The state of Illinois controls the Secretary of State. The state of Illinois controls DCFS. The state of Illinois controls every motherfucking thing moving in the city of Chicago. And I want you guys to know that what is going to happen when y'all go into these dispensaries and purchase any of this weed that is legal, what is going to happen, they're going to take your firearms card. They're going to take that from you. They're going to take your state IDs from you. They're going to take your driver's license from you. No, they ain't going to take that state ID, but that driver's license, say as you go into this weed dispensary and every month or every 2 weeks, you spending $300 and $500 and $700. Then they find out you got small kids or you're in a car accident or whatever. The state ID, then you give me your driver's license. When the police come, they write up the crash. The state of Illinois knows that you got your state ID from them. They know you're in the car accident. They know you got kids in there. They go to the state of Illinois. They run DCFS. This has opened up a whole new can of worms, Chicago. Y'all have no idea what Lori Lightfoot is trying to do. But Lori Lightfoot breaking her back to have the Black Caucus and to have the city council legalize the city of Chicago to control all of these dispensaries. What that does is that 1011 South Holman, that is the impoundment. They're going to take all of that weed out of that impoundment, and Lori Lightfoot will be able to sell that herself. She is the mayor of the city of Chicago. This lady, they have bamboozled Chicago. And y'all have no idea, by going into these weed dispensaries, everything that you are going to lose. If you're a state of Illinois employee, they're going to release every name that state ID was scanned in them dispensaries. If y'all think I'm lying, watch how next month happens. Your job, your employers are going to know. If you're a state employee, if you're a city employee, if you work for the water reclamation, whoever, they are going to know who purchased weed. They're going to know, even if you try to conceal it by not smoking weed until you get home, they're going to know each and every one of you motherfuckers that are smoking this weed, because you have to hand them your state ID. When you hand that state ID over, they scan the back of the state ID. So, what's up, Ida? Listen, if y'all know people that did go to the dispensary, tell them people do not go back. Because I'm telling you guys, just as sure as I sit at this table, y'all are going to lose y'all kids to DCFS. DCFS is run by the state of Illinois. Y'all going to lose your driver's license. Now they have another way to nigger rig y'all. You get it? I can't say the profanity on my show because it's a no profanity show. But when I come back next week, when I'm going to sit and do the research on every motherfucking thing that these people can do to you guys if you go in this dispensary. So if your brother's never been there, your mama, your cousin, whoever, tell them people do not go back. Because when I tell you, just as sure as shit stinks.
Fair use. Fair use.
This is the back of your state ID. When they go into them dispensaries, they're either swiping it or they scanning it. This here tells the state of Illinois that your rotten motherfucking ass is on drugs. You get it? And if you're a state of Illinois employee, if you work at the aid office, if you work for DCFS, if you work for the WIC office, anything in Chicago, they're gonna know. So you guys got to wake up because these people are coming for y'all ass in a whole other way. And I'm so glad that I never used the drug. But the city of Chicago has nigger rigged it where every motherfucker in Chicago is gonna lose their livelihood because of this state ID. The 75 license that they are trying to give out is not gonna benefit us. And even if it do, it's not gonna benefit our children. So I want you guys to be very careful of who you let scan the back of this ID because your ass is gonna be in big trouble. And y'all think it is a game in Chicago? They have found a new way, a new policy and procedure on how to lynch you motherfuckers. And this is the new lynching in Chicago. This scan bar on the back of our state IDs. Y'all gonna lose your concealed carry. You're gonna lose your FOID cards. You're gonna lose your driving rights. You're gonna lose your kids to DCFS because of this barcode. Y'all better be careful. Put the word out. Let these people know Lori Lightfoot, JB Pritzker is some dirty motherfuckers, y'all. And next week on Popping Off, we're going to talk about the back of this ID. We're going to tell you, I'm trying to save y'all life in the city of Chicago because nobody is going to save you if you don't save yourself. So if y'all do not smoke weed, you're doing a great thing. But if you do smoke weed, continue to buy your weed from the weed man or whatever. Do not let them scare y'all and say, if you get caught with some weed, that it's illegal. That's a motherfucking lie. That's a scare tactic. You get it? So continue to shop with the weed man and the corner man because this ID, once you go into the weed dispensary and they scan your name, I guarantee you guys in less than 30 days, they're going to release every name that purchased weed from the weed dispensaries of all 40 white weed dispensaries in Chicago. And if your name is on that list, when your boss and them randomly checks it once a month, your ass is going to be fired from your state job, from your city job, for the water reclamation, all of them big jobs that y'all got and y'all smoke weed, and y'all done told these people you don't smoke weed, even at CTA. All you motherfuckers are going to lose your livelihood fucking around with JB Pritzker, because JB Pritzker and found a new way to lynch you motherfuckers. And this state ID in the state of Illinois seal run the motherfucking show. And if y'all think I'm lying, y'all don't think I'm some type of witchcraft. I'm telling y'all how it go. I worked there for Jesse White for 12 years. This barcode on the back of these IDs is gonna send y'all motherfucking ass to hell. And what I mean by hell, you're gonna be homeless, you're gonna be evicted, you're not gonna have a job, you're gonna be trying to rob a motherfucker, you're gonna be trying to kill a motherfucker, all because y'all are frantic of the legalization of weed. So, this state ID, if you're smoking weed, continue to smoke your weed the way you've been smoking it. Do not go with this pay to play that Chicago is doing, because each and every one of y'all that let them scan the back of this state ID, y'all are gonna lose everything that you worked hard to get. That's them state jobs. I don't give a fuck if they say it is legal. If your job says it is illegal to be high at their job, and they run that list down Chicago, because the state of Illinois is going to release that list, they got to. And you have a state job, you're going to lose that job. So don't y'all be bamboozled. The jig is up. The jig is up, Chicago. Next week, I'm going to bring this all to you guys on Popping Off. Spread the word. Share my live. I swear to you guys, if you're trying to keep your driver's license, stay with your regular weed man. If you're trying to keep your kids out of DCFS, stay with your regular weed man. If you are trying to keep everything that you have, stay with your regular weed man. The city of Chicago, the state of Illinois has found a new way to lynch you new niggas. And they're going to take every motherfucking thing you got because of your love for weed. They the only one do it. California don't even do no shit like this. But Chicago is some low down greedy motherfuckers, and Lori Lightfoot is the head of the game. Her and JB Pritzker. She has the right to tell Kim Fox not only to remove the misdemeanors, but to remove the felonies. Y'all notice they didn't try to remove the felonies because they don't want to give you the right to vote. And then a lot of people, JB Pritzker want everybody to give them a hand clap for pardoning a couple of people records. No. A pardon is not shit, y'all. You need to have an executive clemency. A pardon stays on your criminal record. And a lot of people don't tell y'all this, okay? But this barcode is going to send all you motherfuckers to the unemployment line. And the job that you had, that you worked so hard to get 20 years, 10 years, you ready to take your pension, all that shit is over when you go into that dispensary. So if y'all love weed that much, you better stay on that motherfucking corner with the weed man. Because the jig is on you. The jig, they're going to bamboozle, and they done made it so sweet that y'all ain't even thinking about all of the repercussions that come back with letting a motherfucker scan your state ID. Y'all got to be crazy. If they scanning this state ID, they know where you live, they know your weight, they got your picture, everything comes up digitally now. Don't take them IDs up in there, baby. If y'all do, send somebody else in the motherfucker to get it. Send the crackhead up in there to get it. Don't you go. Because all y'all gonna take the fall for this ID. So, just so y'all know, I need y'all to go back, share. Even if you want to share this one, share it. Because the jig is up, y'all. And I'm only going to try to save y'all. Only reason I'm telling it to y'all, because Obama ain't going to tell it to you. Michelle Obama ain't going to tell it to you. JB Pritzker ain't going to tell it to you. Jesse White damn sure ain't going to tell you. You know Lori ain't going to tell you. But Cheryl Sistrom going to tell y'all what they doing. And this is the new way to put that motherfucking rope around your neck and hang you with your state ID. And if you got a good job in the city of Chicago, they're going to take each and every one of y'all jobs because you went into that weed dispensary and you're coming to their job high off of the weed. If y'all think I'm playing, go in there again. Go in there again. And if your employer go to the state of Illinois and ask for the list of all of the, what are y'all called, customers that went in there and had their motherfucking ID scanned to buy a 3.5 for $65, them good jobs that y'all done worked 20 years for is gone in the blink of an eye.
All right, so, you guys hear the information.
Fair use. Fair use.
Let me just add this, right? Whether there's any, credence to what the sister is saying, I personally think there is, because like I said, I've done videos talking about, the whole schematics of how this whole weed thing works. All right. Marijuana works. And we're not going to get into that again because I've broken that down. You're not smoking herb. You are smoking a patent word. And that's why it has to be done through the organization. So if it's not in your state as yet, then it's just a matter of time before they start implementing that. That's why they have the real ID. Everything needs to be connected. You feel me? So like she's saying, once you go into that weed dispensary, I see in the chat that somebody say, well, use cash. Even if you use cash, you still have to present your ID. The point is, once they scan that, now you'll go down on a list, on a list of drug users. Remember, like I told y'all in the video, even if the state legalize it, it is still a federal offense because it is still considered a what? A controlled substance. So you could get away from a state charge, but if they really want to mess you up, all they have to do is pull in the feds. And I keep telling my brothers and sisters, man, you know what I'm saying? But well, I don't know who she is. Okay, she's just a sister that's on Facebook. She's not even one of my friends on Facebook. Somebody sent me the video in an inbox, because they know I always share information. And I say, okay, let me listen to it, and hear what she's saying. But because I've done videos on weed and marijuana, and talk about, again, if they give you something, they're going to take something bigger from you. I said, well, you know what? Let me just share it with folks, because she's speaking some truth. or she's speaking the truth. You know what I mean? Because once again, family, I gotta let y'all know this. This is all about business. It's all about business. You feel me? And at the end, well, not the ending of the day, but in the continuation of life and what we are doing, the whole thing is to put stress on the people. It doesn't matter who you are. So it has nothing to do with the color of skin. All right. This is all about, once again, the have and the have-nots. Okay. It's about the have and the have-nots. And we have to realize that the have is making sure the have-nots continue to get that pressure, and that their feet is on the necks of the have-nots. You feel me? And that is done intentionally. You feel me? It's done intentionally. So all that stuff is connected. So once you go, they scan your ID. Now you're in a system of a drug use. Now you're a drug user. Now within the state, it's legal, but now within the federal base, which the federal government have access to those, to that information, then man, they could just come target you anytime. The feds could just jump on you and give you a federal case because it's illegal. Federally, it's illegal. But in the state, it's legal. So I want you to see the trap that's being set for you, or for whoever they feel they want to set up. I'm going to remind y'all again, I don't really go to the movies that often, okay? I rarely go to the movies, but I felt I needed to go to the movie when Tupac, that movie came out. The first time it came out, I went to see it. And apart from the movie, to me wasn't that impressive. That's just my opinion again, right? But one line stuck out to me, okay, was when his mother told him, son, and again I'm paraphrasing, son, they will give you all the vices that you love, okay, to destroy you. I'm going to repeat myself. They will give you everything that you love to destroy you, okay? So once again, I'm not telling you don't smoke. Do what you feel you need to do. But just know that anytime this corporation give you anything, okay? Anytime this corporation give you anything, I guarantee you, it's not even an opinion. It's not even, man, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, if they give you something, they want 10 things out of you. Because that's how the system is set up. That's how the system is supposed to run. The system is supposed to run that way. Because of your ignorance, because of our ignorance, that is what's keeping the system alive. All right? Now, I'm going to make a bold statement. And a lot of you may or may not agree with me. That's fine. I'm not looking for you to agree with me. But I'm going to tell it to you from my perspective and based on what I know. Okay? This system is not broken. The system is not broken. The system is working the exact way it's supposed to be. The problem is the people are uneducated. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to repeat myself. The system is not broken. Okay? The matrix is not broken. The problem is people don't know about the matrix. Okay? They don't have the knowledge. So the matrix is being run by your ignorance, because it's supposed to be working in your favor, but it's not working in your favor because you don't know what it is. So I'm saying all that to say again, all right? All this is a setup, man. It's a setup, all right? And I'm just asking y'all to be careful. That's it. Just be careful, man. I'm going to play a little bit more of what she's saying, and then I'm going to shut it down. I'm not going to play the entire thing.
This ID is going to have you fucked up in the city of Chicago when you go in them weed dispensaries and let them scan them. When they find out how many children you have in your house that are not 18, and y'all buying $700 and $800 worth of that weed, they're gonna have DCFS, because DCFS is controlled by the state of Illinois. They're gonna take your children. Y'all better watch what is going on in the city of Chicago. Open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. And if y'all think I'm lying, I'm flying. If y'all think I'm lying. But all I want y'all to do is watch how this play out and watch how people say, I didn't know about buying $1,000 worth of the weed would get my kids taken away. I didn't know that they could take my driver's license from me. Because see, now, when you go in there and they scan your ID, right? You in a car accident, right? Even though you may not have been high that day, they're going to have a record that pop up with your motherfucking state ID or your driver's license. And they're going to say, oh, she purchased such and such and such at the dispensary. You get it? They're going to have all that shit matched and matched on the side of each other together. When you have the FOID card and you have that conceal to carry, when they run your ID, it says you have your state ID, your driver's license, and then they're going to say conceal to carry. You get it? Then they're going to say weed dispensary, and they got all y'all motherfucking information, you dummies.
All right. Remember, I told y'all before when I did the video, I told you, I showed you the correlation between the having a license or a card, all right, to get weed at a dispensary, and I also, spoke about the, permit to, a license to bear arms. All right. So now, if you have both, right? Remember, if you have both, it's okay to have both, but here's the catch. All right. If you're in a state where it's legalized, in the state it is legalized and you have your license to carry. However, if the federal government go into these dispensaries and they subpoena them, in fact, they don't even have to subpoena them because that is part of their privacy of the terms and conditions anyway. All right, people don't. You see, our people don't go and ask about these things. You see what I'm saying? You go into these dispensaries, from the moment you walk in, that's a contract. Brothers and sisters, everything is a contract. From the moment you walk into that door, you acquiesce to the terms and conditions. So therefore, they don't need your permission to give your information to the feds. So now when they do a monthly scan or a random scan and they see, well, okay, boom, that person got a license, you know what I'm saying, to smoke weed or whatever legally, but yet still they have a license to carry, but it may be in the state, it may be legal. But the feds is going to step in and say, hey, you know what? Man, this is a felony. So now you're going to have to give up one or the other. Or we could charge you, or both. They don't have to be courteous to you because it's a federal offense. It's illegal federally, okay, to be caught with weed. So I think they are tying all this together to take people's firearms. That is just my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you how I see it, because now they have access to that database. All right? And they don't have to come and warn you, say, well, you know what? Well, let me explain this to you so next time you know. No, they're coming to take your firearm license. All right? Because you're a drug user. If you're on your job, and your job, they normally do like every month or every, quarterly, they do a little test to see if you're a drug user. They don't have to do that no more. Because all they have to do is just go to the weed dispensaries and then boom, pull up your name. And they'll know exactly how much you use, how often you come, how much money you've been spending. Okay? Here's another thing. I don't condone fathers or mothers not taking care of their children. But if you're a father out there and you're not taking care of your children and you're pretending like you ain't got no bread and you're trying to avoid child support may have access to those databases as well. Go to the weed dispensaries, pull up your name, and see every week you coming in there spending $200, $300, $400. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm just saying, man, y'all better realize what's going on, okay? Realize what type of system that you're dealing with. And once again, the only way for us to step up and do what we got to do is to have our own. It is the only way. And we have every right to do so. But I'm showing y'all the detriments of dealing with these people when you want their privileges. All right, let's play a little more.
Fair use. Fair use.
Stay with the street weed man. I'm telling y'all now, because this shit is the biggest pay-to-play scam they done ran on Chicago that has never been done ever in the history of niggerism, and they got you niggas. And if y'all think it's a game, watch how this shit play out. Continue to shop at them weed dispensaries, even if we get a black-owned one. Fuck all of them, because they got to scan the state ID barcode when you purchase it. You only can use cash, right? Then, if you got a state of Illinois job, they gonna take that motherfucker. You got a city of Chicago job, Lori Lightfoot gonna take that motherfucker, because they don't want you to come to work high. You get it? Even though weed is legal, you cannot be inaugurated at work, or however they say it. Inaugurated, whatever. Don't be no fool, y'all. Now, I'm giving y'all the tea because I'm a cis drunk. We grew up in Robert Taylor Project, and I never smoked and drank in my life, so it ain't gonna hurt me to don't do it. But I damn sure want to save y'all life, to save y'all uncle's life, your mammy and them life, because they're coming for you motherfuckers with the shit that you love and you can't leave alone, and that is marijuana. And they're gonna take your kids behind it. They're gonna take your driver's license behind it. They're gonna take your concealed carry behind it. They're going to take your FOID card behind it, and they're going to take your job behind it. And if y'all think I'm lying, just watch how I play out. But I don't want nobody talking about Bang 'em Up got witchcraft, or Cheryl got to be a witch. How sure? I'm telling y'all how this shit is finna play out. This is the new lynching in Chicago, the weed dispensaries, and they use your barcode. You cannot buy any weed out of the weed dispensary without a state ID. And you motherfuckers gonna let them pull a whole bamboozle on the city of Chicago, and we going along with it. Boycott, boycott, boycott. Do not go up in the weed dispensaries. Keep your regular weed man.
All right, so just to validate, you know what I'm saying, what you know, I think it's your boy Rue is saying, which is absolutely true. And that's why I do what I do. I teach our people who they are, what it means to be indigenous. You see what I'm saying? Because yes, as indigenous people, we don't need their licenses, but how many people know what it means to be indigenous? And even if you say you're indigenous, how do you articulate yourself when you get into situations? You see what I'm saying? So education is a big part of this. You know what I mean? Being indigenous is not just, well, I'm indigenous by words. No, it's a lifestyle. It's your livelihood. That's your life. You see what I mean? So you have to know what all this means. But you are absolutely right. As indigenous people, we don't need their licenses. We don't need their permission. Okay? But when you are subjected to them, you do. When you're Black African American and the color of you deal within the color of law, yes, you do. Okay? So we have much work that needs to be done in regards to educating our people. Okay? But the information is pertinent because there are many people who don't know they're indigenous. And even if they do, they still go around calling themselves Black and African American. And even if they don't, a lot of them don't know how to articulate themselves. They don't know law. All right? So once again, that's why I love what I do. You know what I mean? Because the education is needed. It is needed. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. All right? I agree. As indigenous people, we don't. But again, you have to be able to articulate yourself when you're dealing with these people.
Fuck the joke that they cracking. Stay in these streets with the weed. Don't go in them dispensaries. So you guys, spread the word, share my life. Y'all are gonna lose your jobs behind this weed because this barcode tells everything about you. And when they scan this barcode in the weed dispensary for you to buy that 3.5, your motherfucking ass is going to lose your job. You're going to lose your FOID card. You're going to lose your concealed carry. You're going to, after you make maybe about 5 purchases or 8 purchases, you know, it's going to be a certain limit that they're going to let you purchase, because they ain't going to stop you, but they ain't going to tell you a motherfucking thing either. But they're going to let you go in. They're going to let you purchase until you get tired. And then when you reach that motherfucking number that you ain't supposed to have, that's when your motherfucking ass is going to lose your driving privileges. When you're in a big major traffic accident, it's going to pop up how much weed you done bought out the weed dispensary, and you may not even be high that day. And they're going to throw that motherfucking case on you. You get it? Manslaughter or whatever they're going to throw on you. So they have a new way of getting us now, and that is the weed dispensary. And Lori Lightfoot is the crookedest motherfucker in the world, and it may hurt some of y'all feelings because we all voted for her right now.
All right, so keep that in mind once again. Remember in that video I did about marijuana and weed. If you didn't get a chance to look at it, go back and look at it again. All right, when you go look at the federal codes, all right, look at the federal codes. It's telling you that it's illegal federally. It is illegal. So it is easy to set you up. It's easy, especially when they know that you are using. All right, you have your children. They could consider you a drug user and bring a federal case against you, even if it's legal in your state. So I'm trying to let y'all see, open up your mind to the games that's being played with indigenous people, man. You know what I mean? And y'all wonder why, you know, some of us, well, especially me, I got the passion and I come with that, with that tough love. You have to, so this is why, because I know what our people are facing. I know what our people are dealing with. This is not a joke, man. It's serious. Too many people just want to smoke for recreational reasons. And hey, you know what, man? Listen, that's your life. Do what you feel you have to do. But what is the purpose in all this? What is the significance in all this? You see what you feel me? Just because you don't even know you're setting yourself up. Because once you go, and here's the thing, right? They say that a drug abuser, you know what I'm saying, based on the federal codes, that it's a felony, right? They didn't, it is so ambiguous. They didn't give a clear definition of what it means to be a drug user or abuser. So to them, the threshold could be you go into that store 5 or 6 or 7 times, all of a sudden the red flag go up. Boom, we got a drug abuser. Now you step into the federal realm of committing a crime because it's illegal federally. Brothers and sisters, man, I hope y'all see what I'm talking about, man. You feel me? I hope you see what I'm talking about. Within the state, yes, it's okay. You have a license. You could go in the dispensary and smoke your butt off. You could smoke and drop. It's not illegal. However, they may have a threshold because all these things are connected. All right? They may have a threshold in a provision under a federal code that you don't know. All right? So you know what? If somebody came in 10 times, then that means they get put in a bracket of a drug abuser. So now you are labeled or listed, or a flag go up that you're a drug abuser. You got your children in school. All of a sudden you get a call. ACS came and get your children because why? You're a drug abuser. Well, no, I'm not a drug. How do you know? Well, didn't you go to the dispensary? Haven't you gone there 10 times already? Haven't you spent $2,000 within the past 2 months? Brothers and sisters, y'all think this is a game. Y'all think it's a game. Keep going, keep smoking that weed. Keep smoking that marijuana from these people. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Because too many of y'all like to turn up. I keep telling y'all, you know what? It's time to turn up, but it's time to turn up on a whole different level. You feel me? Don't turn up to get turned down. Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to shut you down. And I'm always hearing that voice play back in my head. They will give you all the vices that you love to destroy you. How long are we going to continue to allow this system to keep playing these games? All right, these perpetual games over and over and over and over with us. Come on, man. We got to do better than this, family. We got to, man. We got to. We got to find a better way. We have to. For real, for real.
Fair use.
Man, this is serious.
But 1011 South Holman is where that is the empowerment for the weed. Once Lori Lightfoot pushed this shit through the city council, then she controls this weed legalization for the city of Chicago, for the city of Chicago to do it. She gonna send them motherfuckers to 1011 South Holman. They're gonna bring her all the weed that they sent our kids to jail for, that they took from motherfuckers, and they took their money, and they're not gonna clear them felonies off their motherfucking ass. And she gonna be selling the weed that they wouldn't let us pay our light bill with it. They wouldn't let us pay our rent. They wouldn't let us buy us a car with it. But them motherfuckers finna go. They done made $3.2 million in 8 hours. You the stupidest motherfuckers in the world to let these people make $3.2 million with 77,000 transactions when they wouldn't let us make 50 transactions on State Street. Y'all stop being stupid, Chicago. These people is coming for your livelihood, and the new gang, they got it nigga rigged for you motherfucker, you stupid motherfuckers, that you can't go in the weed dispensary unless you got a state ID. And they only take cash, and they nigga rigged it where they know all your information. They know how many times you done purchased it. They're gonna know when you come, when you go. They're gonna know just how when Public Aid hand the link card out, when they come on, they're gonna know the day you come to that motherfucker. And they got y'all. And it's not gonna be nobody's fault but your own. You guys pay attention. Watch what is going on in Chicago. Watch what the mayor is doing in Chicago. And y'all watch these motherfucking fake pastors and all these fake leaders. They talking about, ooh, JB Priester, ooh, Lord, like, motherfuck them. Them people are finna put y'all kids in DCF custody. They finna take your state of Illinois jobs. They finna take your motherfucking city of Chicago jobs. And they finna start going down the line and who they can divide and conquer. And this state ID is coming, baby. This state ID is gonna send a lot of you stupid motherfuckers to the unemployment office, and they done closed all of them. So you better keep your job and keep your weed. Get it on the block. Call your weed.
And that's another thing that's going on too. They are closing down, unemployment offices. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, it's about to get real. It's about to get real hectic. Okay? If y'all refuse to unite and y'all want to continue to fight each other, man, that's on you. But it's getting real out here. Okay? It's getting real out here. Watch and see.
Man, don't give up your weed, man, yet. Keep his motherfucking number on speed dial, because they coming for y'all livelihood. This is the new lynching that is done in the city of Chicago, and it's going to be done legally. And if y'all think I'm lying, I'm flying. So this may cut off like my other one cut off, but I want you guys to know that, listen, if don't nobody love you, and nobody going to give it to you in the raw, sure, Sister loves you guys, man. And I can only tell it to you guys because I grew up in Robert Taylor with nothing. And I understand what it is to take your shoes off, to go into Cook 26 in California and see your kids. I understand what it is to try to put some motherfucking bond money together. I understand. And by me being a mother, I'm not going to let them get mad. My kids can't go in no weed dispensary. If a motherfucker smoking weed, y'all better continue getting your weed in them streets. Because mine ain't going to no dispensary. But what my cousins and aunties and uncles do, that's on their stupid ass. I'll put the word out there for y'all, but I tell you like it is. If my kids smoke weed, y'all keep getting it in the streets. Mine ain't going in the dispensary. The weed dispensary will not have my kids' state ID in that motherfucker. with their picture and they know everything about them. So y'all be very careful, because this state ID and that driver's license is all you have. This is all you have. And I tell you, once they get it, ain't no getting it back. So y'all be very careful in the city of Chicago. Lori Lightfoot is a dirty, rotten motherfucker. And until they remove these felonies off our African-American children's name, and fuck them misdemeanor. Misdemeanor ain't shit. But them felonies that they gave our kids for being caught with such amount of grams of weed, and then this bitch finna go at 1011 South Holman and sell the weed, bitch, fuck you. So I'm giving it to y'all in the wrong. That's the key of watching Popping Off, because Popping Off gonna send this shit up, and I want y'all to know that these motherfuckers are coming for your livelihood. They're gonna take your kids from you. They're gonna take your driver's license from you. They're gonna take your FOID cards from you. They're gonna take your concealed carry from you. They're gonna report DCFS on y'all ass. The state of Illinois is a bad motherfucker, baby. And y'all better watch what's going on. And if y'all think it's cute, just watch to see how it goes. You see how they made the deadline January the 2nd? Why would they make the deadline of a 400-page motherfucking weed dispensary application that costs $5,000, right, to get? You know why they made the deadline January 2nd? Because they didn't want none of you motherfucking niggas to file your taxes, to have the $5,000 to put up. Y'all don't see how convenient that was? Y'all don't see how convenient it is that you can't own a weed dispensary if you ever received a link, if you own public aid, if you got Section 8, if you ever lived in the Chicago Housing Authority, if you're getting any type of supplemental income from the state of Illinois. Y'all don't see how convenient that is yet? If y'all don't, y'all the dumbest motherfuckers in the city of Chicago. Wake up, wake up, wake up. They made it where January 2nd, we knew what no niggas gonna have no income tax money. It's $5,000 motherfucking dollars for the license. And we sent you motherfucking dumb niggas home because we knew y'all didn't have $5,000 in your bank account. Y'all better wake up. And Lori Lightfoot runs the whole shebang where all the weed is at the impoundment. What y'all think she finna do with it? But sell every drop of that motherfucker. But if we boycott and we get out there and picket and let the city of Chicago know that, bitch, we see what you doing, ho. We know what your slick ass doing. We was shocked the fuck out of the city of Chicago. So y'all boycott, boycott, boycott. Tell your friends, tell your family, spread the word, stay the fuck out them dispensaries. Because this is up for grabs. You go in that motherfucker with it, this is up for grabs. All right?
All right, so I'm gonna conclude that, pretty much.
Fair use.
We got the gist of what the sister is saying. I mean, everybody got their own delivery. She's a little, rough with it, and that's how she do her thing. So let me just, give her a shot. I don't know the sister. Somebody just sent me that link in my inbox, and I felt I should share it because I did a video on, weed and marijuana. So that's Cheryl R. Sistrunk. Thank you for, hey, dropping your information. Just in case you happen to see my video, I'm sharing that for, again, educational purposes. And I'm going to just leave you guys with this, man, because, you got to talk to your youngsters, man. You got to talk to your children. They, the peer pressure, me personally, I don't smoke, so I ain't got to worry about that. But because it, I know it's not going to affect me directly, it doesn't mean that it's not going to affect my brothers and sisters. You feel me? And if it affects you, it affects me, and that's just the way I feel. You feel me? Because your pain is my pain. You know what I'm saying? And I know what we are going through as a people. And there's enough of our brothers and sisters that's already incarcerated. I'm talking about that's behind the prison gates. And even our children that's in these prison schools, they are actually already incarcerated. Of course, you know about the prison to pipeline, but when you look at those schools nowadays, right? Look at those schools. They look just like jails. They look just like prisons. You know what I mean? So they are preparing our children mentally. They're preparing our children mentally all right, to go to jail, because the jails look like the schools. It's the same system, it's the same setup. You feel me? It's the same setup. You know what I mean? It's the same setup, man. So we are living the reality of what they give us. And our children in the schools that look like prisons is real. Okay, it's real. Go look at the buildings. I ain't making it up. Go look at the buildings and compare them to the prisons. So you know, I mean, I'm originally American. You know, I get what you're saying, fam. You know, fear mongering, no worries. No, that's not true, fam. Because our children are living the reality. Go look at the schools. You see what I'm saying? Go look at the schools. I'm not saying we have to be afraid, but you know, trying to be brave and ignorant at the same time, man, that doesn't work. It doesn't go hand in hand. Bravery comes with awareness. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we have to know what's going on. We have to know what's going on. You got to be educated. When your children, your 18-year-olds and your 19-year-olds, even nowadays 13, 14, 15, out there in the streets smoking. You know what I'm saying? They're out there smoking. That's real. And that is something to worry about. Because a lot of times, you know, for me, like I said, I don't have to worry about getting caught smoking weed because I don't smoke, period. But what happened to the majority of our people that do? They have to know that information. They have to know that information. You know, because they give you honey, it doesn't mean that in their type of honey is always sweet, fam. Nah, man. I don't trust that kind of honey. These people don't give you things just because they care about you. No, they give you things because they know your genocide, okay, is their victory. Because a lot of people, not just our people, a lot of people are ignorant to how the system works. So the haves is making sure that the have-nots continue to stay where they're at. And unless we as a people, we decide it's time to change this around, take our children out of their prison schools. You have every single right to homeschool your child. Too many people are concerned about turning up. Too many people are concerned about, you know what, let me just put the children in front of the TV, or let me just give them a phone, or let me just give them an Xbox, because they don't want the responsibility of being a parent. So it's easier to just put them in front of a game. This is a real issue. Much less to homeschool your child. I mean, I know people, they will not fathom that at all. So let me conclude by saying that, you know, we got to do better. Okay? We got to do better. All right? We got to do better. We got to. We don't have a choice, family. We have to. Let us not wait until the universe forces us in a situation when we have to do it. I'm not going to say it's too late, because some people say, well, too late shall be your cry. There's no such thing as too late. But why do we have to wait until the universe bend so far where it push back? Because that's what the universe does. The universe cannot break. Okay, it will bend, but it will not break. And it would only bend so much. So we are getting so many opportunities where the universe is bending, allowing us to make our mistakes, allowing us to dwell in ignorance. You see what I'm saying? But when the universe is tired, man, when the ancestors are tired, the ancestors going to say, y'all don't want to learn. And they're going to push back. And that pushback is going to come with a lot of pain and suffering. Why do we always have to wait until it gets to that point? Why can't we be proactive? Why can't we step up and take the initiative to put our lives together and come together and build? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, they're legalizing pedophiles right now. So it's a whole lot going on, man. So we don't have to wait until the last minute, until our backs are against the wall. You see, we are too comfortable. In this system, you always have to live your life uncomfortable so you could continue to make that change. You have to. Don't be so laxy-daisy, man. And they have to keep giving you them drugs. They have to keep giving you that liquor, all right, which affects your spirit. That's why it's called a spirit. They have to have it on every corner. So they got the liquor, which is the spirit. Then they have the drugs, which is the marijuana, the weed. And then they have what? They have the churches attacking your spiritual growth, handicapping you, keeping you enslaved. So all this is part of the plan, man. It's by design. It's by design. So it's time to wisen up, man. You know, we have to make certain sacrifices to get where we have to go. That is just what it is. The pilgrims who came here, they sacrificed. Okay? They sacrificed. They came with a plan. They came with a mission. They came with a vision. The other invaders, the other colonizers, they came with a vision. What is our plan? What is our vision? It has to start in your home. It has to start in your home. And then you take it out to your neighbors. Then you take it out to more of the community. Then you take it to your city. Then you take it to your state. And let's take it across the country. And eventually let's take it across the Americas. Now we could take it to the world. But you have to start at home. Have to start at home. You can never fix anything outside of the home when your home is in disarray. That's asinine. That's crazy. It just doesn't add up. You got to fix home first. Okay? Talk to your children. They may not listen, but at least they could never say you didn't tell them. It's your job to educate them. It's your job to plant those seeds. That's our job as adults. They don't necessarily have to be your children. It could be the neighbor's children. Plant some seeds. Don't let them self-destruct, family. Don't let them do it. Those celebrities, they are all in cahoots with these people. They're getting paid to promote the illusion. All right? For real. So I tell people I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that, man. I'm a God. And my body's my temple. You know what I mean? And I'm working every single day, man, to the best of my ability to keep this temple. Because I honor the I am in me. I know that the I am in me deserves to be in the most expensive avatar, the best looking avatar. All right? Got the rims and, got the big speakers and, what I'm saying, got the armor all on the tires and all that. My I am deserve that. What about yours? It's easy to run into a car lot and buy a car for 10, 15, 20, 60, $60,000. All right? But then you come home, you eating, buns, honey buns for lunch. We got to do better than that, man. Got to do better than that. But anyway, I don't want to be on here, preaching to the choir because I'm certainly sure y'all already know that. It's just a decision that you got to make to want to live your best life. And I'm going to reiterate again and let you know that the only time that the I am in you is going to be in this body that you have is only one time. You will only get to experience you within that avatar only one time in your entire existence. And if you want to waste that, that's on you. That's on you. But I just want you to know how I feel about me. Okay? Some people may look at it as being cocky, egotistical. I don't care, because I know this is the only time that the I am is going to be in this body. Okay? It's the only time. So I want to make sure I live my best life, be in the best condition that I could be in the best position that I could be, experience it in this avatar, in this vehicle. Okay? I am not going to take this body and go to the gas station and put regular gas. I want super premium. And until y'all comprehend this, then you are not getting it. You are not getting it. You may be a God, but you are far from acknowledging the God that you are. Stop being fallen gods and rise. Walk like a God, talk like a God, act like a God. They know who we are. The question is, do you know who you are? It's as simple as that. It's either you know or you don't know. Stop hating on people who know who they are and they're living their lives like who they are, because you don't know who you are. That's your own insecurity. Period. Absolutely. It's up to us. Only we could change our circumstances. Nobody else can, and nobody else will. Nobody else will but us. So we have to step up and take responsibility for our own lives. But first, it starts at home. At home. Change your way of thinking. It's in your mind. It's all in your mind. Everything outside of you is a reflection of what's in your mind, whether you may be aware of it or you are not aware of it, whether it may be conscious or unconscious. It's something that's in your mind that's been projected. So don't blame anybody for your circumstances but yourself. Okay? The government is nothing but brick and mortar. The government is nothing but a piece of paper. That's the only place they exist. And you make it a reality because you accept it. You accept to being their slaves. You feel me? Oh, now the sister knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about because she spoke the truth. She may have her own way of articulating it, but she's speaking the truth because I've talked about it before. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, fine. You see what I'm saying? So in the continuation of it all, basically what she's saying is you using that card to go into a place where they have all your information and there's a record of you being a drug user. And that's a federal crime. So how are you going to tell me the sister don't know what she's talking about? I mean, it's that simple. And how are you going to deny it? How are you going to deny it when they have a track record of you walking into the dispensary 8-9 times in a week? You're a drug user. So how are you going to say the sister don't know what she's talking about? She knows what she's talking about. She just got her own way of articulating it, and the way she understands it in her own way, she's expressing that. So once again, man, like I said, man, we got work to do, man. We got work to do, all right? Know who you are, know your value, know your worth, all right? Know who you are, man. Once again, the entire world know who they are. The majority of people, foreigners who come here, they know who we are, all right? The question is, do you know who you are? And if you know who you are, do you know how to articulate yourself as who you are? Do you know how to stand in this matrix as who you are? All right. So with that being said, in future videos, tomorrow, I'll probably, not probably, I have a few meetings I gotta go to, but I'll make an attempt to do our Sunday build, and get into the metaphysical meaning of things. All right, so we'll do that. We want to keep that as a trend. All right, but I'm gonna get into, maybe not tomorrow, but definitely some of the lessons that's gonna be coming is gonna be talking about the IRS codes, and breaking down the definition of the three categories of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Within the IRS code. So I'm gonna be breaking down a lot of those things. All right, and one of the main reasons why I am breaking down the metaphysical meaning of what's in the Bible, so that you don't take it literally. All right. But then I'm going to start teaching you how to take it literally. All right. Within this system, because that's what the book was created for. The pastors are not teaching you that. You could use the Bible in court and whoop butts all day, every day, because that's what it's for. But they're making you think it's a book about salvation for your higher self. No, it's a book about salvation for your lower self. That's what it really is. So that you could be able to deal in this matrix. It's your salvation in this matrix, in the courts. All right? They're not going to teach you that, but I'm going to teach you that. All right? So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll talk a little later. For those of you that haven't, or you're not familiar with original tribal wear, let's just let me just share it a little bit, so we could support our sister out there, Sister Mohawk, and her family out there in California. So you have tribal wear, women's, men's. All right, there you go, children. That's what I'm talking about, children's. Absolutely. It used to be kids. I'm glad she updated that. And we have men and women fashion, tribal wear, originaltribalwear.com. Okay, check out the gear on there. All right, you have the onion wear shirts for adults and our little babies. Okay, you have the original shirts. You have I think it's original from the soil. All right, that's the warrior long sleeve gray. All right. Then you have the Choctaw, you have the onion wear shirts original. All right, you have them in various colors. You have the pendants, the onion wear dresses for the women. Once again, I'm going to be a bit presumptuous. If you're a Choctaw or you're a Chickasaw and you don't see that on there, I'm certainly sure you could get in touch with Miss Mohawk, and she could make you one with Chickasaw or Blackfoot, whatever clan that your family hail from. You could do that. All right, so just showing you some of the apparel. Okay, beautiful pieces right there, black, gray, and burgundy right there. All right, check them out. Beautiful pieces, beautiful pieces. You got the hats. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I made my little debut. You know what I'm saying? I made my little debut on the site. So I'm thankful for that. I'm a great supporter. You know what I'm saying? I like to support our own. So, I got my little debut on there. All right. Got my little debut. You feel me? Yeah. All right, cool. So www.originaltribalwear.com. All right, family. Let me just conclude this build. I just wanted to come share that information with y'all. Hopefully, hey, it will benefit some of you. Maybe it won't, but for those of you, it's going to benefit. Thank you for tuning in. And by all means, if you want to support my own platform or you want to support me, the information is in the chat. All right. So enjoy the rest of your continuation. Continue to be good to each other. Let's be wise in the decisions that we make each and every day, because we know things are stacked up, to be a hindrance, to be a deterrent, a growth. All right. But just know all that is it's actually an illusion. All right. We build the system. It's our system. So we know how to master the system. All we have to do is just organize. That's all we have to do. Just organize ourselves. And for those of us who could get together, for those of us who could synergize, then let's do that. You feel me? We got work to do. I appreciate that, Aboriginal American deities. All right. You're absolutely welcome, my sister Rose. And thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And we will talk soon. Peace, love, harmony, and light.